Hi, I'm Dennis Pegden, CEO of Simio. Thanks for joining this tutorial on modeling vehicle movements. In this example, we're going to model a very simple system that has a source server sink and a single vehicle. And we have pathways for the vehicle to run on to carry entities from the arrival point to the server, and then the vehicle will travel around the server to pick up on the output side of the server and then drop them off at the departure point. And then if needed back at the arrival point, it will come back on this pathway back to the arrival to pick up a new one. Whenever the vehicle has dropped off everything that it can carry, and it can carry up to 2 at a time, it would simply sit and wait until it has demand to pick up at some other location. The only non-default values for the parameters are going to be, we have for the arrival rate exponential with a mean of 4 time between arrivals, and for the service time we're going to have triangular, min of 1, mode of 2, max of 3. And then on the vehicle we're going to have load and unload times of 0.3. So let's build this in Simio. So I'll bring up Simio, and we'll start off, we'll bring out the source server sink. Drag out the server, and now I'll drag out the sink. And now I'm going to connect them with pathways, and since I'm adding several, I'm going to double-click on path to put me in path add mode. I'll draw a path from here to there. I'll draw the one that goes around the server from the input side to the output side, and then from the output side to the sink, and finally from the sink for the return trip back to the source. Now I'll right-click to get out of add mode. Let me straighten up this guy a little bit. So that's our basic pathway here. All right, now I'm going to come to the source, and here we're going to change the time between arrivals. We'll leave it at exponential, but we'll change the mean to 4 minutes. Now on the server, I'm going to leave it as triangular distribution, but change the parameters to 1, 2, 3. The other thing we're going to do on the server is we're going to go to the input buffer, which by default is infinity, and we're going to make the input buffer 0. Now the impact that that's going to have is that when the vehicle comes here to drop off, there's no buffer to put it in, so it will be blocked by the server until the server can take it. Okay, now we're ready to place the vehicle. So let me place the vehicle. And let me remind you that this vehicle's, although it's pretty flexible, you can of course build your own vehicles with their own behaviors. You could subclass this vehicle and add different processes to it to change its behavior. But we're going to work with the basic vehicle from the standard library. We'll start off, its initial node, we're going to have it start off at the output on the source. And then the routing type can be specified as either fixed route, meaning it runs a very specific route like a bus, or on demand like a taxi. And we're going to leave it as on demand. Its idle action is what it should do when it goes idle. And we're going to say none, so it's just going to sit wherever it is when it goes idle. Its ride capacity we're going to change to 2, and its load and unload time we're going to change to 0.3 for each one. So that's the time it takes to either pick up or drop off an item. Now the other thing we want to do is animate this vehicle when he's parked, and we'll do that by coming to the draw panel, and we'll add a detached queue, and we'll specify the queue state as the output at source parking station. Now finally, the last thing we need to do is we need to come to these nodes here and specify that we want to use the transporter. So we're going to change right on transporter to true, and then the transporter that we're going to use is vehicle 1, And same thing here. When we depart here, we want the transporter to carry us that last leg. So we set that to true, specify the vehicle, and now we're ready to run. So let me go to the run, hit run, and we see our model running. And we can switch to 3D here, make it more interesting. We rotate it around. We see our vehicle is picking up the items here, carrying them here, dropping them off, based on the load and unload time, and responding to all the demands. Anytime there's a pickup request, the vehicle goes, picks up the object, takes it to its destination. So that's a quick overview of modeling with vehicles. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, give us a call. And as always, if you'd like to get a personalized online demonstration, please give us a call as well. Thank you.